this the first DUI. So, I don't even remember where I'd been hanging out that night, but I was already 12 beers deep. Stopped at the Exxon to get a pack of cigarettes and was gonna head home. Up pulls Dave, Disco, I can't remember the third. I think maybe D-Man, not sure. So, they pull up and they're like, "Hey man, we're going to the beer store. You want anything?" I'm like, yeah. They were in like a beater or something, and I was like, I was in my mama's Jeep, so I was like, well, let's just take my ride. I was the only drunk person though, and I had a weird thing about letting other people drive. So I refused to let any of the sober people drive and drove myself, and it was like down to the wire to make it before the beer store closed. Or the liquor store, I don't remember. Get there, they get what they want. We leaving, and even then I still wouldn't let somebody else drive. So, stupid, man. So, it's in Nettleton. I'm from a dry county. So, but in Nettleton, down Highway 6, one side of the road is Monroe County dry, one side of the road is Lee County wet. So there's beer stores on one side, nothing on the other. Pull up to this four-way stop, look to the right, there's a cop. Fuck. I try to sit there to let him go, but he ain't going, he's waiting on me. So I take a left, and I'm looking at him so much in the rearview mirror, I don't realize that I'm driving in the parking lane. Like it's not even the road, I'm in the parking like where you're parallel on the side of the highway. So, blue lights. You know, as soon as I realize I'm whipping to the right lane, he hits the blue lights. Pulls me over on the dry county side. So, I mean, you know, he's a great big fat fucker. And he comes waddling over to me. "Sir, you been drinking, you know, like, you know why I stopped you?" And I said, "Yeah, I didn't realize, blah, blah, blah." "Sir, you've been drinking." Of course, you know, I was hammered. But I lied right off the bat. No, I ain't been drinking. No. We just came from the beer store, you know, blah, blah, blah. "Oh, you got alcohol in the car?" This side is dry county, so you got to step out the vehicle. And I was underage. I was only 19. So, and all my friends are like, "Just play it cool, man. Just play it cool. He might let you go if you're not an asshole." Fucking. So he's going to do the field sobriety thing for me. Because they didn't really use the breathalyzer that much then. I don't even think they had the mobile when you had to go to the station. So anyway, I go to walk the line. And I mean, I'm like, woo, you know, on one foot. I was so fucked up. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's good, son. Good job." You know, he made me do the whole thing. And you know he was laughing at me the whole time. So finally, I'm like, "How'd I do?" And he's like, "You failed. And you're under arrest for DUI." And the second he puts the handcuffs on me, man, I just launch into asshole mode. I start cussing him out, call him a fat piece of shit pig, "You dirty motherfucker." And like my buddies in the car are like, "Cool it, man, you're gonna get us in trouble." So he's like, you know, "Look guys, I'll let you take this vehicle." It's like, "You giving them permission to take your vehicle?" I'm like, yeah, I don't want it impounded, and I hate for them to have to walk, you know. It's a long way. As long as y'all could promise to come pick me back up at midnight, because the cop's like, he can get out in 4 hours. And I had enough money to post bond and everything. So, wait the 4 hours, and I'm still being an asshole to the cop until he, you know, like I start sobering up, and as he's booking me, I start apologizing and all that kind of stuff. Well, 4 hours is up. I've already bonded out, and my buddy still hadn't show up. I'm like, what the fuck? And they must have got drunk and then didn't want to come back, get a DUI themselves, get me out of jail. So, I'm sitting there, and the cops are like, it's like a bar, you know. They're like, "You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here," and they kick me the fuck out. So I go to the Shell station, get a Mountain Dew. Woo. I can't drink Mountain Dew anymore. And a pack of smokes. And just start walking. I mean, it's like 13 miles or more from Nettleton to Amory. And then even deeper to get all the way to the neighborhood where they were at Disco's Brothers. To get all the way over there. I mean, it was a long walk. So I walked from I don't even know what time it was, 3, 4 in the morning, till 9. It might have been 9 o'clock, and nobody would pick me up the whole time I was walking. Everybody just passed me by. And I was still pretty drunk when they let me go. I was pretty fucked up. So, make it all the way to Disco's brother's house. I'm like, what the fuck, man? The Jeep's not there. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I guess they get something happened. So Disco tells me, he's like, man, your fucking mama saw us riding the loop, pulled us over, and we're like, where the fuck's Mitch at? Told him, I got it, because I was going to try to keep it quiet. I was just, like every time I got arrested, after I wasn't a juvenile anymore, I tried to keep it from him. So, but she found out and took the Jeep back from him. I mean, she let him get back home, but then took the Jeep away and didn't let them come get him, like, teach him a fucking lesson or some shit like that. And I had to walk all that way back. That's the first DUI. And back then, it was $1,000. I lost my license for 90 days, and I had to do the little courses and all that kind of bullshit. But none of that mattered, because I would have another DUI within like a week.